Hi everyone, CB here with a sort of important video today. In case you can't tell, I'm going to be talking about my recent Loud House story called It's Not the Same Anymore. For those of you who don't know, just yesterday, the Queen of Lions recently narrated this story with my permission, of course. And I'm going to be going into some sort of depth as to why I made this. For those of you who aren't well aware of what's been going on with the Loud House right now, it's been pretty divisive, especially with Season 5. Some people think that, Season 5 is, sort of improving on the show. Others say that it's not. Some people have said the same thing with the Loud House movie, which I might do a review on that at some point. I only watched it one time. It was actually on the day it came out, but to put it lightly, I actually thought the movie was good. It's not great, but I thought it was pretty good. Anyways, back to It's Not the Same Anymore. So, one of the reasons I wrote this, as stated before, was of course about how divided the Loud House has become. And, the story itself kind of addresses that, when I was writing it. And, of course, it's sort of based on what I said in my hashtag Change Nickelodeon video a while back. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's sort of like a 10-minute rant of me complaining about what Nickelodeon has done. In fact, the Loud House, again, is falling victim to this. Because the story itself, it's not meant to poke fun at any fans. It's meant to poke fun more at the network executives at Nick. Because, as stated in that little video of mine, the executives don't really want to take risks. They just want to milk stuff dry or just kill it off. Especially now that they're bringing back other stuff like the Fairly Odd Parents, Fairly Odder, which I don't really care for, honestly. And given the fact that the Casa Grandes is getting canceled, which, to be fair, some people are glad it's getting canceled, but people who actually like the spinoff are a little bit sad to see it go. And that's pretty scary. The scary thing is, this story was completed 2 days or so before that announcement happened. And I just can't believe this. I still can't believe that I wrote this before that announcement. It's not like I predicted the future or anything. But anyways, I'm going to go into a couple more reasons as to why I wrote this. This is the big one. It's Chris Savino. As stated in the aforementioned hashtag Change Nickelodeon video, I did address that even though what Chris Savino did was wrong, the show really has changed since he left. And the Queen of Lions said the same thing. When she was reviewing this story, she said the same thing. And other people have said the same thing too. I get it. What Chris Savino did was wrong. Sexual harassment is not right. It's really inappropriate. But here's the thing. If you guys look up a recording of Chris Savino, there's a recording of him in a church talking about what he did. The recording came out almost 3 years ago as of now. And at one point, he starts, crying. He starts, breaking down, and he feels really regretful. He sounds hurt because of what he did. And even when that recording came out, some people have been judging him by saying, nice try, you're not getting out of this easily. Yeah, that's true. You're not forgiven right away for what you've done. That's very true. But you really gotta listen, guys. Chris Savino actually sounds legitimately sorry. He sounded hurt because of this. Even so, though, the sad thing is, he can't bring himself back to watch The Loud House anymore. In fact, I don't even think he cares about it anymore. I think he just moved on from it. And as sad as it is, given the fact that I'm sorry for rambling like this. None of these videos are scripted at all. But anyways, I did address that. Is it possible the Loud House could have a 7th season? I think there were rumors going around that it could happen. And actually, a couple days ago, I was looking on the Loud House wiki, and I noticed there was a picture of a screenshot. Well, there was a screenshot of a tweet that Nika Futterman posted saying that season 7 could happen. That's not confirmed, not by Nickelodeon or even one of the staff members of the show. If it was confirmed, it should be up on the wiki by now. Yes, I know, season 6 of The Loud House is starting today, but I don't even know if I'm really going to watch it. The reason I stopped watching the show was because season 5 was coming. We all knew it was coming. It was time to change. The characters had to grow up. I will admit, though, at least that was trying something new, aging up the characters that way. But on the other hand, it really doesn't feel necessary to do, because a lot of cartoons don't do that. And one of the worst things that's been happening is that a lot of people, throughout every season, I think from season 4 onwards, a lot of people have been leaving the show, either to work on another show at Nickelodeon, or they just left Nickelodeon entirely. And given the fact that it could be happening with this season, I really don't think The Loud House is going to survive for much longer. We all know Nickelodeon, right? They screw stuff over, they kill it, and they just don't care. They just move on from it and thinking, yeah, we don't care if we screwed it over. We don't care. We don't care. Like I said in that hashtag Change Nickelodeon video. And honestly, again, I don't think The Loud House can survive like this. And I know it sounds like I'm rambling more about, the the show itself. I know I'm supposed to be talking about the story. I'm sorry about that, but I want to make this clear. Chris Savino is actually the reason why I wrote this. I know. What he did was wrong, and I understand that. But suspending him from his job like that, isn't that going a little too far? I mean, look at this. The fan base has been going completely out of control. And the show itself, from what I've heard, has not been doing any better.